Formula One's commercial supremo Bernie Ecclestone has frequently maintained that the sport does not make decisions based on politics. Heading into the crunch meeting about Bahrain, he said finances weren't the issue on this one either. It was all about safety.
Nothing to do with money at all. Nothing in any shape or form. No, this is to do with whether people... I don't know, to be honest with you. It's a case of whether people are concerned with their safety if they go, or whether people are concerned with what's happened in the past.
Mr. Ecclestone had wanted the race reinstated, and the fact that Bahrain's rulers lifted the state of emergency there just 2 days ago was convenient for him, because it meant he got his way. Bahrain's sunny rulers want the world to think that normality has returned, but the unrest and the crackdown against Shia protesters has not ended completely. Despite this, the main opposition group has also supported the race on the basis that it will focus attention on the island nation and its rulers' pledges to reform. Human rights groups, however, had wanted the event abandoned amid reports that a quarter of the staff at Bahrain's racing circuit, mainly Shia men, have been arrested or dismissed since the uprising started.
The situation is far from normal. The crisis continues. There remain many people in incommunicado detention at serious risk of torture.
Most in Formula One have said little, the Australian driver Mark Webber being a notable exception. Before the meeting, he wrote on Twitter, "When people in a country are being hurt, the issues are bigger than sport. Let's hope the right decision is made." The racing teams will also be disappointed because a reinstated Bahrain Grand Prix means an extended season. But their contracts demand that they go, and they risk forfeiting millions of pounds if they don't. John Irvine, ITV News, in the Middle East.
It's a billion-pound business with a huge audience around the world. Bernie Ecclestone has been credited with transforming Formula One into a lucrative industry, but now he's facing a battle over its future. The media tycoon Rupert Murdoch is vying to take it over when the current contract expires next year, while some leading teams are talking about running it themselves. Our sports reporter Kamian Zeram has more.
It wasn't long ago that Silverstone was preparing for the worst. F1 was fed up with the second-rate facilities and threatening to leave. Cool indeed, because the bling is back. A brand new paddock and the home of British motorsport screeches into the 21st century.
It's fantastic, it's brilliant. There's no reason why this can't be one of the finest places in the world, not in Europe, in the world.
So it appears that the future of Silverstone, the very home of British motor racing, is secure now for a generation. But what about the sport itself? Could it be lured by the riches, the largesse of satellite television? It's been many decades since these guys dominated the racetrack. New courses in the likes of China, India and Abu Dhabi began to make Silverstone look, well, tired. Meanwhile, with Bernie Ecclestone at the helm, the Formula One brand attracted investment in excess of £50 billion. Now, those commercial rights will soon be up for renegotiation. Guess who's apparently stalking? None other than Rupert Murdoch with his News Corp billions.
It's always good when you've got a few Aussies floating around, isn't it? So if Rupert comes around, then why not? But I think the sport, you know, it's got strong again in the last few years, obviously off the back of the Schumacher eras when obviously everyone was falling asleep and Michael was winning every race.
And who would doubt a resurgent F1 would be a sound investment? But it seems Murdoch's attentions and moving to satellite or pay-to-view television aren't that welcome.
We don't want to limit the audience of Formula One in the future, and it's worked very successfully with terrestrial TV, and we think that's the model for the future.
Even looking at the amount of money that's been pumped into football?
Well, our model works. I mean, the amount of income that we're getting into Formula One is considerable. What we want to do is perhaps change the ratio a little bit.
Which translates to more money for the teams. There's talk they might try and emulate basketball, where in America, the clubs bought the rights to the league. No-brainer?
Well, not if it creates a conflict of interest.
I think the problem you always have with the competitors running the sport is that they have vested interests. So there does need to be someone who's standing outside and taking a much more overarching view of the sport and protecting whatever it is as a sport, because there is a fine line between entertainment and sports.
Indeed there is, but F1 is and always has been a little bit of both.
Formula One can't get much bigger.
Can't get much richer, can it?
No, I mean, Formula One is, the third biggest sporting event in the world, behind only the World Cup and the Olympics.
No wonder the race for who owns it has already begun. Kami Enzerum, Channel 4 News at Silverstone.
The opening Grand Prix of the Formula One season, which was due to be held in Bahrain next month, has been cancelled because of anti-government protests in the kingdom. The Crown Prince said his country had to concentrate on immediate issues of national importance. Our sports editor David Bond reports.
Another day of protest in Pearl Square. The glamorous world of Formula One may not be at the top of the reform agenda, but today the sport was caught up in the turbulence. Bahrain staged the opening race of the Formula One calendar last year, but despite spending almost £40 million for the rights, the country's Crown Prince today called off this season's curtain raiser because of the political unrest.
The team's point of view is that we are not a real player, but we nevertheless have to be supportive of the security and the dignity of the people, and therefore it is not right for us to be there at this particular moment.
Drivers preparing for the new season in Barcelona today also welcome the decision.
The human side is much stronger than the professional side, because, you know, what is happening there is very serious. And as I said, I hope everything will be normal.
But while the pressure is off Formula One's rulers, today's move raises questions about the presence of other international sporting events in the Middle East. Neighbouring Qatar has just been awarded the 2022 World Cup by FIFA, despite questions over human rights. Major golf events have long been a regular fixture in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, countries which also attract the world's top tennis players. This tournament taking place in Dubai today. So where should sport draw the line as it attempts to break into new territories?
Sport is about people, and the owners of Formula One or the World Cup or the Olympics can't really live in isolation. They can't live in a bubble.
The Formula One roadshow will go on, starting in Australia and not Bahrain. But for sport, today's decision is another big reminder that it can't be immune to events in the real world. David Bond, BBC News.